Okay, so today's question will be, tell me about an incident, okay? You don't have to specify, but what you have to say is, I got hurt by an incident. You don't have to mention anything. So many years ago. And this is how I feel today thinking about it. You name it. Name your feeling as of today. Because when you name it, you tame it. Yoga is all about our mind. Because mind guides our body.
No, yeah, it's almost 5-6 years back. Some incident happened, which is keep bothering me. But I think probably after taking your course, that rewinding your mind.
Rewiring mind, yeah.
So I think slowly, I'm getting back to the normal. It's not coming and hurting me that much again and again, but sometime that it used to bother me a lot. And but again, it's so. But yeah,
As of today, my question, second part of the question, when you think about it, close your eyes and think about it, what feeling is coming in your mind right now? Be in the present moment and tell me.
like it takes me back. If I start thinking, it
No,
is
no,
still.
just name it. Words. Give me the words what you feel. Anger, resentment, frustration, helplessness. What? Give me some words.
Uh, like obviously anger and frustration is the second thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. That's what I want to listen. Okay.
I don't know. In my life, not really. Like if things comes and goes, I can manage. But in my workplace, yes, I keep.
Is your life different from your workplace? Tell me.
In my personal life, yeah, I'm happy. No complaints.
No. Is your life and work different?
Yes or no. Sometimes it affects my life too.
You're not getting my question. Is work not a part of your life?
Okay.
It's a major part of your life. You spend 7-8 hours, maybe 1 or 2
Yeah,
hours
it's a
traveling.
major-
8 to 10 hours you spend for your work. Is it not a major part of life? It
It's
is your life.
major.
It is your life also, right?
Yeah.
Not
But I'm
different.
taking as a challenge. Keep continuing taking as a challenge. I'm testing myself how I can bear and how I can face this situation.
What feeling do you get when you think about that situation in
Anger
office?
and frustration.
Anger and frustration? Okay.
Okay, this is many years ago, actually, many years ago, when I came to Canada and stuff. So I was hurt, and at that time, because I guess I had just that much maturity, and I kept that hurt feelings with me, and for many years. But if I look at now, and it's definitely helped me with your yoga, doing it for many years now, Archana. And now if I look at it today, I have come to terms in a very natural way that it was that person's, how much knowledge and awareness they had at that time. And that person has totally changed. So I have no regrets and nothing, and everybody has grown and everybody does their experiences based on how much knowledge they have at that moment.
Very good. Awesome. So when you think about it and what do you feel in your mind? Give a feeling name.
I have awareness, basically.
Awareness. Good. Good.
Actually, about 4 years ago, right, I lost my dad. I was in the US. I mean, he was in India. So I just middle of the night, I got a call. Yes, why now? I mean, I'm just giving a little history. So he had been struggling since his childhood, from humble background. So economically, everything he was struggling. So I came to US. So we settled some of the loans, and then he was started to live little better, and then he couldn't survive. So I was so much questioning. I was so much hurt. So you're about to start to live a better life, but why you're gone? And if, again, definitely I could not. Still, I cannot say oh, okay, that is fine. But I just came to the terms or acceptance now that okay, maybe that is the circle of life, birth, live, and death. It's unavoidable. So everyone feels differently. Okay, why now? Why kind of thing? But now there's a void. That place is void. But I'm starting to accept that maybe it's time for him. And
So when you close your eyes and think about that incident, as of today, what word comes to your mind about that feeling? Give a name to your feeling. Is it acceptance?
acceptance.
Acceptance. Good.
Some people now like take a friend circle. If 4 people are there, not 2 people are trying to hurt us for some certain period. 2 people are trying to solve, right? So I got ups and downs, both feeling in the same place. I got the both positive and then negative. Even though we are trying to, solve based on the first, experience, again we are getting the same hurting only, but unable to, kind of tolerate that situation or something. Again we are keep going back and thinking about this hurt or something negativity. During that period, what I was thinking, this is the life, we have tried to match what going through right now. So kind of getting clarity in the mind, but when you're feeling heartfully, sometimes yes, it is painful. If I feel cry, I used to cry, try to be stay calm and
So as of today, you're still in that situation, and when you close your eyes, you feel hurt still, right? Hurt is the feeling, you still get it? Okay. So the question today was, have you been hurt in your life in the past or in the present? And as if today, when you close your eyes, what feelings do you get about that incident or that person? So that was the thing. And majority of us said that, yes, they have some kind of pain or hurt about thinking about that incident that happened few years ago or many years ago, right? And this is the normal scenario with majority of us. We all face some incident or a person who's done something to us, hurt us in some way, and we keep carrying that burden throughout our life till we resolve it. So I'll give you 2-step method today, how to resolve that issue, and easier said than done. It's not that easy, but it's an everyday practice. So first step is what Shankaracharya gave. It's called Pratipaksh Bhavna. Pratipaksh Bhavna means thinking opposite about the person who has hurt you or the situation that was created. For example, if somebody has hurt you, you have to think this way about that person, and it has to happen on a daily basis, because that thing is always in the back of our mind, right? So think that the person who has hurt you were themselves not calm. They must be going through so much in their life, and that's the level of reaction they could generate. Because a person who is calm and fulfilled within their own self, they'll never hurt or expect anything from anybody. Okay? So you have to understand, everybody is going through some kind of karmic journey, their own happiness and sadness, and they have acquired a level of their mind because of their own tendencies, and because of which anger, hurt, jealousy, or giving back to others have become their nature. That means they themselves are suffering a lot inside. So this way you can sympathize with them. That's the first step. Second, on a more global perspective, you have to start living life in yoga. What is that? What does that mean? Living life in yoga, I've told multiple times. Whenever mind is thinking about something else, bringing back to self is yoga, connecting within. Every time your mind is going to something, bring it back to the present. Bring it back to the present, where your hands are. Either you're cutting vegetables, doing some chores, washing dishes, having a shower, brushing. Bring it back to the present moment. Remind yourself, present is the only life. That's all. That's how we can dissolve our past and create a better future. Because your present karmas will create your future, isn't it? Whatever we choose in the present moment, whatever actions we take will determine our future. Right? If we keep on hanging to the past actions, right? Mind is always revolving in the past. You're carrying that baggage into the future. So if it's very difficult to think about that person, or that person has been really nasty in your life, still force your mind to bring in the present moment and not think about that person. It is a moment-to-moment awareness right from the morning when you get up to the night you sleep. Live life in yoga. That means be with yourself. Be with the work you're doing. Be in the present moment. Mind always wants to feel a victim of the situation. That's the tendency of the mind. Mind feels comfortable in that. oh, this thing happened with me, poor me. Mind has that tendency. Why me? Okay, why me? Why this happened with me? I didn't deserve that, right? That things go in our mind all the time because mind feels comfortable in something which is known as opposed to something which is unknown. But we are stronger than our mind because what we can observe, we are not that. So mind is just a tool given to us. So to make the best use of the tool, bring your mind to the present moment. Okay, it's like a toddler who's running away all the time. You're bringing that back to the task. What is the task of the mind? The only task of the mind is be in the moment. Okay. Any questions regarding that? Is it that difficult? First one is called Pratipaksh Bhavna. That means thinking opposite. We are having these nasty things, right, in our mind about that person or incidents, thinking really bad, getting hurt, anger, frustration. Think about from their perspective. Everybody works their best from their perspective with their own body, mind, and intellect. They do their best, right? And like, for example, a snake can only bite, a dog can only bark. We cannot expect the opposite. So a person only works through their tendencies. So if a person is hurting you again and again and again, okay, that means it's just their hurt. They're just transmitting that hurt to you. If you hit a mango tree will only give you mangoes back, right? Because that's what it has. So if somebody is hurting you, that means they have the hurt inside them also. They're already agitated in their mind. Second thing I said, to rise above all these things.
Sorry to interrupt, but we did not hurt them, right? Why are they hurting us? That's our question.
It's not necessary you hurt them. They're already hurt inside. They're already immature by their own experiences.
Got it.
You don't know what they have gone through. You don't know. We don't see the people totality, what they have gone through, their childhood trauma or something else, right? We don't know how their workplace is. Every day, maybe they're getting hurt at the workplace. We don't know. Every day they may be struggling. Maybe, and people who hurt others or is just a way of showing dominance. They feel good about it because they feel powerful. It's a power play. So what you can do is you can just accept they are like that, and you are not coming under the sway of their power of hurt. And how you can do that? Not take their opinion seriously. It's their opinion. It's their feeling. People. So again, how you think about weather, traffic, and politics also depends on how quickly you'll resolve that issue within your own mind. If you every day complain about weather, traffic, politics, people, your neighbor, that means you'll keep carrying that hurt from 4 or 5 or 20 years back still. That's what I meant by living life in yoga. How you deal with your daily mundane tasks, how you brush your teeth, also determines how you're going to deal with your hurt. You understand?
Understood.
Yeah, it's very subtle.
Yeah.
Any questions more?
Sometimes not easy.
It's not sometimes not easy. It's always not easy.
Bossy, and he is like your boss, then how you can? We have to follow.
You have to do two things. Okay? First of all, if you can change a situation, change it. If not, you have to rise above the situation. And you just focus on your task and just don't get involved into anything else. You have a choice. Every moment is a choice. You choose. Sometimes I understand the workplace can be very difficult, but if you have a choice, change the department, change the workplace, it's totally up to you. But sometimes it's not a choice. What will you do in that case? Then you only work on your mind. And don't have this feeling that it's very difficult. It's doable. Mind can always be trained. It's like training a dragon. I know it's very difficult, but it can still be trained. When sticking together is the only choice, you can still train your mind. And I'm not speaking this out of some bookish knowledge. It's all my experience that I speak.
You are very practical. I know that thing.
Yeah.
I'll try. Sometimes got hurt.
No, spirituality, living life in yoga is the most practical thing you can inculcate in life. Okay. 2 more minutes. Any questions? Then we'll start our practice. Go ahead, ask. These are the things you have to, these are the churning of the mind, brain, intellect. You have to ask questions. Then only you'll resolve, because just coming and doing yoga is not enough. You have to take out all this negativity from your mind. Then only the yoga will be fully fruitful, okay? Otherwise, you keep carrying that negativity in your mind. Whatever do your physical practice, it's not going to be 100% effective. To make your physical practice 100% effective, the mind has to be in yoga too. That's why I come with all these topics, because I know it's a universal problem.
Yeah.
I think you are absolutely right. Like, you are surrounded by the positive and negative people is just basically you cannot do anything else except working on yourself.
Yes,
And
you cannot do
that's-
anything.
I think that's the fundamental. It's just it's a part of the practice to do it. So it's not like you just turn on off switch. So
But sometimes it's really hard to bring your mind back on the, if somebody is upsetting you and
You know why it is hard? Because you don't have the fire to do that. You lack the intensity of practice. As simple as that. Very famous story. Guru took a disciple to. Disciple was saying, "I'm not able to realize myself. I'm not able to find God," and he was very upset. The teacher told, "Okay, tomorrow morning you'll find God. Okay, let's." So they went in the morning. They used to have bath in the river. So as soon as the disciple put the head down, the teacher kept his head down, pushed down in the water. Okay. And this disciple was struggling for breathing. He was not able to breathe underwater. He said, "What are you doing?" And then he kept begging, like he was struggling to come out, but the force of the guru was so strong, he was not able to come out. Finally, when he was about to pass out or die, the guru released the head and he came out gasping for air. And then the guru asked, "What were you thinking when you were struggling inside the water?" He said, "I was just thinking to come out and breathe. I just wanted that air." So do you want that freedom? Do you have that same intensity when you want to achieve that freedom of mind? If you don't have that fire in your belly to achieve that state of mind, it's your lukewarm practice. Okay? It's a lukewarm practice. When you have that intense practice to just reach that state, I want that freedom of mind, not to be dependent emotionally on anybody, then you will continue your practice with that intensity. So it's your practice, I would say, has to be perfected. No matter what, I'll focus my attention within myself and breathe. It's a very strong technique of pratyahar, where you imagine yourself in a bubble, and then stronger you breathe, stronger your bubble becomes. And you protect yourself from others. Think that others' words and energies are coming like arrow, trying to pierce that bubble. But your bubble is not getting affected because you have made it so thick with your breath. Each time you breathe, the bubble gets stronger. You're still transparent bubble. You can still interact, see everything, but you're protected with that energy of your breath. You can practice that technique. Breathe. More you get that energy, more you breathe. Focus on deep breathing. So you have to intensify your practice, I would say. Every moment. It's moment to moment. Right? People who hold on to things, they usually get disease of this digestive system a lot. Liver, kidney, pancreas, stomach upset, because they hold on to these things. The energy is not flowing well. This I've seen on my patients too. So it's very important to let go. Breathe. Have a don't care attitude. I just have to, when there's a young mom, like a mom of a newborn, what is her main duty is to take care 100% for the newborn baby, right? That infant, correct? You really don't care what is happening in the world. Do you? You don't even care what you, your spouse or mother or whatever they're doing. Because your duty is that, right? So your mind is like an infant. The only commitment in life towards you is your mind. Once your mind is in place, everything will be in place. Everybody is going through their own karmic journey, the cycle. You cannot control anybody else's journey. Everybody has their path. The only we can do is be a support system for them. But we cannot own their journey. They cannot own our journey. Nobody can do that. Not even your children or your spouse. No matter how much you take care of your children, they have to go through that churning of their karmic journey. Okay? You cannot, the only thing you can do is you can be a support system. Help whatever you can, but they have to go through it. They have to go through it. Earlier, the better. Earlier your kids realize, better it is for them. So earlier you get people who have hurt you, better it is for you. Like Kiran faced it 20 years back and now she's fine because earlier she learned her lesson. So it's good. So for a sadhak, for a yogi, these hurt, these apaman or the opinions of others are like tonics. They're like medicine for you to grow. Let it come. Let it come. That alone will test how situated you are within. It's good that it comes. They're like test of life. And then one point, oh my God, nobody's hurting me. What's going on? You come to that stage.